Hi, I'm Dan from Real Mac Software and welcome to this week's Elements Developer Diary. Now last week we looked at responsive images and we got a lot of great feedback on that. And one of the things that came up was a thing called warehousing. Now this is it's kind of a RapidWeaver term. Not many other places or developers use it. They usually refer to them as CDNs or content delivery networks. And this refers to storing your images on a server. Now we had said that in RapidWeaver Elements we weren't really going to support warehousing. We were going to leave that to third-party developers, and you know they could implement it in their add-ons that they built for Elements. But it seems warehousing is quite important to a small portion of the user base, so we've built in some basic support for it, and we think we've done it quite nicely. It's not where we want it to be. We've got a grand vision for it that requires a lot more development work, but for the time being we think this has brought it up to the status quo, and we've done it in quite a nice Apple-y way. So there's more to come on this in the future, you know, past beyond the 1.0 of Elements. So we have some future plans for it, but I think this is good enough for now. And obviously developers, when they build add-ons, they can do whatever they like in Elements. So they can support warehousing however they need or want to for their customers. But this is how we've added it in Elements. So I'm going to show you that and a couple of other bits and pieces today. So let's dive in. So I've got this project. It's just a quick page I threw together before I started this video. Now everything is local, so all these images we're using here, this is a local image, but we want to swap these. We want to swap these images to remote resources, so warehousing. So what I've done, I've uploaded a bunch of images to our FTP server, and I've got the URLs we're going to use here. So what we can now do is I can right click on a folder and say instead of adding a normal file, I can add a remote resource, and it gives me this box here. And let's take this one. No, let's take the mountains actually, and I'll paste this in here, and I'll say OK. And then it's added mountains into our remote resource. And what I can do, I can just drag and drop it in there. And now we're using, that's coming from the server. And if I get info on this, you can see it's using a URL where my other images have just got a file name there. So this one is being pulled from the remote server. So let's go ahead and update these other ones. Now I've gone ahead and loaded these into Safari. So these are the URLs we had here, and I've got two images, and what I can actually do is, rather than copying and pasting the URL, I can take this image and I can just drop it into our remote resources there. And with this one, I can just take the image off the where it's been loaded from and drop it into here. And let's show info again, and if we go through these, you can see it's pulled those down, and we're using that URL. So let's get these updated. This is Dave. Let's update Dave, and that's we'll call her Jane. And now let's update this icon and drop that in. So now our page is using all remote resources. So let's just save this as Elements Remote. So now I've got that. And if we save that file, let's have a look at the size of this file. So this file is 1.1 meg. It's not very big because I've only got 3 images in it and no other pages. But if I delete these local images, so there we go, they're now gone. And let's save this file. And now we'll get the info. Now that's only 95 kilobytes. So down from 1.1 megs to 95 kilobytes because everything is remote. And if we go and preview this page in Safari, here it is. It's looking good. Everything's loaded. That's all looking great. And if I inspect the element and let's have a look here. We should be able to see we should be able to see that it is using the remote. Let's have a look. That image. Sorry, here we are. Yes, it's we can see here http realmacsoftware.com demo mountains, and it's using the remote resource just like we wanted. So that is great. One other thing we added, just while we're on the subject of images, we added a protect images option. Now, I know this is, we got a lot of requests for this, and while everyone kind of knows it doesn't fully protect your images, because you can obviously still see the URL, you can still inspect, and you can kind of pick through and find those images, it does stop people just dragging them off the page or right clicking and saving images. So let's enable that for both of these. We'll save that, and let's go back to Safari, and if I refresh the page, now I'm right clicking on here. You'll have to trust me on that. There we are, I'm right clicking and nothing comes up, and I can't drag the image either. So it's kind of a little bit of, I can obviously still screenshot it, but it's that little bit of built-in protection to stop people quickly dragging them out, you know, especially for a lay person. It makes it harder for them to get this background image. But yeah, so we've added that little option because that was, it's been requested so much that, so we wanted to get that in there, and we'll obviously add that to galleries and things. And one of the remote resources reminded me of something we demoed quite a while ago, which was galleries and also video galleries. And again, I've set up this little area here for a video gallery, and one of the amazing things with Elements, we added support for playlists from YouTube and Vimeo, and even single videos. So I can drag single videos in. Let me just take this one. So I can take this and I can drop it in here, and it goes and gets the thumbnail and the details there and the file name, and I can use that in my site, and that references the YouTube video. But what we can also do, let me go back to, I've got a playlist here, and if I take this playlist URL and drop it into Elements, what it's going to do is going to go away, get all those videos for me, and add them all as a playlist. And I can, if that playlist changes, I can resync it from YouTube, and it'll pull all those down. So in my gallery here, I can drop that in there, and now it'll pull down the thumbnails. And let's go and refresh. Oh no, I haven't got it there. Let's go and preview page in Safari. And now when we scroll down, it's going to load those in, and we get these nice, this nice gallery of YouTube videos, and it was as easy as that. And these are some of the amazing features that we're adding into Elements. So let me save that again, and because all these videos are remote and not saved into Rapid Weaver, we're just saving the data and some thumbnails there. The project is just 3 megs, and that's, you know, for that whole gallery of images there, or that whole gallery of videos. So it's really cool stuff, and it's as easy as that. And you know, if like this image here, if I wanted to update this, let's show info. I can edit this, and I know I've got one more image on the server that we haven't used, which is sunshine. So let's save that, and when I save it, it instantly updates and pulls in that that image from there. So yeah, so let's just add a little overlay to that. Let's add a nice little overlay. We could add that color, and we could even give it a little blur. And so that is applying some live filters there, and you know, that's looking pretty cool. So that's remote images, CDNs, warehousing in Rapid Weaver Elements. And like I said before, third-party developers are free to implement warehousing however they like, but we think this is a pretty cool way to do it, and really nice, user-friendly, and you can still drag and drop your images, and yeah, it's just integrated nicely into the product. So that's some of the stuff we've added this week. We are working on some really big things and things we haven't shown off yet, and one of those is this little icon up here. Not sure when I'm going to be able to show that off, but that's a new pane for this for the source list over here. So yeah, it's going to be a big feature. You can have a guess of what it is. It's not AI related, because the initial version of Elements will not have AI in it. We've got some plans for that, and we think it's quite early days on that front. So it's not that, but it is going to make building websites a lot easier, and putting together pages and things like that a lot easier. So I'm looking forward to showing that off in the coming weeks. So that's it for today. Let us know what you think about our implementation of kind of supporting that warehousing CDN stuff. And yeah, leave us some comments. Let us know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching this as always. Cheers. Bye.